And welcome to another episode of Experts Speak. I'm Michael DeLon. Today I am talking with Cindy Speaker. Cindy, thanks for spending some time with me today.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you, Michael.
You are welcome. So Cindy and I met at a legal marketing conference a number of years ago. Have crossed paths a couple of times, and wanted to have you on today, Cindy, because you've done a lot in the legal marketing world in a variety of aspects. But you are doing a lot now around media and marketing, and really as it pertains to video and using video in marketing. You've got this new Law TV network that I want to talk about. So we're gonna dive into lots of different fun things, but as we get there, tell me, Cindy, I mean, how in the world did you get doing what you're doing today?
Well, it's interesting. I actually went to grad school for TV and film. And when I
Okay.
came out of grad school, I really wanted to be a producer. But at that
Mm-hmm.
point, I really didn't have experience. And so all I was able to get was an entry level position, which didn't work. I already had a house and a mortgage.
Yeah.
So I just started looking for a good job, and the job that I got was for a Center City, Philadelphia lawyer, a large law firm that
Mm-hmm.
was multi-state, Philadelphia, New York, and Washington, D.C. And I got hired there as the marketing director.
Hmm.
And he did a lot of TV, and he thought I would be good fit with the background in TV and film. I had worked for the International Family Channel and had some experience in that. So I got into that, and he was quite an entrepreneur himself, and he really gave me the liberty and the ability to kind of train via various conferences and things like that in the legal industry. So I
Okay.
worked there 5 years as the marketing director, and I loved it. And then I said I'd really like to go out on my own, and what I did is I took 3 months after I left that position and I wrote Power Marketing for Attorneys, which was a 3 CD series. And I started marketing that, and that brought me speaking engagements, which really launched my career in the industry. And so now I work with attorneys across the country on primarily, almost exclusively, video marketing.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, as you said, we started the Law TV network for attorneys as well.
Yeah. Very cool. I love video. My audience understands me, and I do a lot of video. Just um, different kinds of video, though. My videos are a lot around in my funnels, doing Loom. I use a lot of Loom. I mean, we've got videos on our website, and we
Yeah.
do videos on social media. But most of my emails that I send, Cindy, are actually video-based emails. They're Loom videos. I rarely type an
That's
email.
awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is because it connects at a
it
deep
does.
emotional level, and I
Yeah.
communicate so much better like this than through text, right, or emails. So
Yeah.
let's talk about video marketing. When you're working with attorneys with video marketing, give us an idea of what you're doing and the impact that has for their firm.
Well, first of all, and we talked, a little bit, I like your perspective on video. There's nothing that creates brand trust, in
Mhm.
my opinion, as well as video can, in terms of a
Yeah,
vehicle within the realm of what attorneys have to work with. And so brand trust is certainly crucial to the consumer making a decision about choosing you as a law firm. And
absolutely.
so we got involved in video in the early days. We had a studio here. We brought people to the studio and we shot on location.
Mm.
What happened is, and let me take a drink here for a second, if you
Sure.
don't
Yeah,
mind.
yeah, yeah. No, we all need to stay hydrated.
Yeah. What happened is my lawyers, and most of them are large advertising firms, they got so busy, we started doing what we call a done for you video
Mhm.
service, where we have writers and editors and
Yep.
voiceover talent, etc., to create the videos where the lawyer is simply approving them.
Mhm.
But what I also say with that is that I think that's a good plan B, because it's better to have the lawyer in the video, but there are some things to consider, because over the years what I found is not every lawyer is great on video. And so if they're not great on video, I think going with a plan B is a better solution.
Oh yeah.
But also, I've found that a lot of times lawyers in that I've seen will want to create their own videos, and they don't take the time to learn how to frame a shot and things like that. And so the videos are substandard. So, there's a lot out there in terms of the videos that I think you need to have as that solid basis on YouTube.
Yep.
But beyond that, Michael, there's so much opportunity for user generated video that's created with an iPhone. And I
Yes.
don't care how busy you are as a lawyer, I think every lawyer should be doing that.
Yep, absolutely. That had so much personality and just and in
Yeah,
depth. I follow a number of lawyers, and a few of them do that, and I'm intrigued because every time I see them out on the soccer field or with their grandkids, or I stop
exactly.
and I dive in because I want to know honestly more about their personal life than about the law.
Right.
I expect you to know the law, but I'm not going
Yeah.
to hire you unless I really know, like, and trust you, which we've heard forever. But it's
Yes.
really, do I have confidence, and do I want to hang out with you? Are you the type of person
Right.
I'd really like to hang out? That's what I'm looking for, not only with an attorney, but whether you're a financial advisor or car repair shop. It doesn't matter what you're talking about. The personal videos, in addition to the professional ones, it just adds a 1-2 punch.
I completely agree. And I think that that is at this point even more important than that
Yes,
professional base of videos that you need.
it,
What
it,
we
it
talk about
totally
is a
is.
base of videos that are FAQs that are on your YouTube channel
Right.
and your website. But the user generated video that they do on the iPhones or whatever phone you have, I
Yeah.
think that's become even more important because, as you said, they want to know the lawyer, they want to know something about them, and they get to see them
Yeah.
in situations like you said, go to the kids soccer game, or maybe they're putting on maybe they're doing something where they're supporting a local charity or something like that, just filming in the office,
Yeah.
packing up the boxes or whatever is
Right.
going on. So I think that this user generated video is huge.
Yes. Oh, it is, especially we're not talking about this today, but especially in this day of AI and these
Yes.
these animated pictures that look like you and talk like you, but they're not you. That's going to be really hard to do as a user generated thing out on the soccer field with my kids watching. I don't think you can do that, and that's going to be the difference because I need to trust you.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's really what happens. And really, it breaks down a lot of the barriers because before you hire an attorney, I mean, there's a lot of anxiety for most people. "Oh, I've never done it before," and they're so professional, they're go to the country club, and I don't. And these videos, like you're talking about, just it just pops the bubble to go. I'm a normal dude or a gal, and I've got a kid, and look at him make a goal, yay! And that makes me go, oh, I like you, and that means that builds trust. And
I
it's
agree.
it's
I
it's
agree.
so easy to do, but they need people like me and you to guide them through the process of, okay, here's what I want you to do. In the next week, I want you to record 2 of them and post them. That's what I want you to do.
Yeah.
Okay, let's check back next week because
Yeah.
they're so busy.
It is easy. And the interesting thing is, I would say in every law firm, there are young people that this is just second nature to them. So
It
it's
is
not that difficult.
right.
It's really not that difficult. But you know what, Mike, you mentioned AI, and I'd like to say something about
Sure.
that because I use AI every day in research, and I
Yes.
think it's obviously phenomenal. But I don't use AI for anything that I put out there. I don't
Amen.
think that I think, you know, this it's still to me, you don't want to do fake stuff.
That's right.
Nobody wants to see fake stuff. And so I really think that we're not at a time yet, and maybe I don't know if we will be at a time in the future or not, where AI takes a more predominant role in
Yeah.
video marketing. But
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of using AI for polished work that you put out on the internet.
Yep. I would agree with you. I would cheer you on in that sentiment.
Yeah.
100%. So let's talk. Since we're talking about video, let's pivot just a little bit because you got this new thing going on that I think is really kind of cool. Law TV Network.
Yeah.
What is that? Where'd that get birthed from, and what is it?
Well, it's interesting where it birthed from, and probably 20 years ago, when you could still get .com names pretty easily,
Right.
what I did is I purchased every state Law TV. So I have like New York Law TV, Alabama Law TV, Pennsylvania Law TV. I have all
Okay.
50 states, including Washington, D.C. And I always had a vision to develop this Law TV network, but I was so busy with my lawyers, it really never, I just, I value added it, but I didn't
There you go.
really concentrate on it.
Right.
And so now we're at a juncture where we're turning our attention full time to building Law TV network. And what I like to think of it is a I think there's real PR value in Law TV network because of the name of it. And every lawyer would like to be on the news, ABC, CNN, or whatever, but that's not always a possibility.
Right.
But if you can be on Law TV Network, I think that that's kind of there's a perceived credibility and expert status that goes along with that. So I see it
Mhm.
as also a bit of a PR platform.
Yeah.
But what we do is we make it market exclusive and practice area exclusive. So I'm not looking to build an Avo that has, 3, 4, 5, and I don't know how many lawyers they allow in each market, but we allow one attorney, one law
Right.
firm in each market and practice area so that they're not going to go there and find their competition.
Right.
And I think that it's really a place where I am really handpicking the attorneys, and I feel as if it's a place where you're going to find premier attorneys and sift through the clutter of YouTube.
Mhm. Yes, absolutely. That's good because yeah, YouTube's great. Everybody's there, but having Law TV Network, I mean, that's a premium area, right? And
Yeah,
especially the way you've structured it is not everybody can be here. You're going to get the premier attorneys in America for whatever you need in your market. So if you
right,
need personal injury or estate planning or business law, whatever,
right.
that's where you're going to go. So instead of searching the old time phone book, the new time YouTube, right, or Google or ChatGPT, why don't you just go to Law TV Network and say who's the best
Yeah,
in my area?
yeah,
Fair?
yeah. I agree. And we have a lot of educational stuff on there too. We have a podcast hub, and the lawyers have the opportunity to bring in their blog feeds if they would like to. So, and then there's a lot of educational stuff on there as well. So it's really a hub for what you said. I mean, somebody looking for a lawyer, a premier lawyer that really wants to get somebody that's been handpicked and chosen because they are at the top of of what they
Yeah,
do. I
right.
think this is a place to go. So you can tell I'm pretty excited about it and really enjoying the journey very much.
That's good.
Um,
And see that therein, and I just want to pause. I want people to understand what she just said. Enjoying the journey. I think too many times we get focused on the quote result, and we lose the joy of the journey. And what I've learned for the last few years is, if I'm not loving life every single day, I need to be doing something else. And
Absolutely.
I mean, building a 6, 7, 8 figure business, whatever, yippee skippy, go for it. But that's not going to bring you happiness long term. You're going to enjoy the journey and get up every day and go, I love life. I get to do this. How cool. And if it turns into a 6, 7, 8 figure business, awesome. But if it doesn't, awesome. Because I get to
Right.
live my life the way I want every day, right?
Exactly. Exactly. And I totally am enjoying the journey. I
That's, yeah.
really am. I
Yeah,
really am.
and you know what, Cindy? The more we talk about this right here, the more
Yeah.
and I'm going to use this word, and it's probably not the right word, but the more others envy us because they see our joy, and they're like,
Yeah.
"I want that, but I've got to go over here and do this stuff." It's like, no, 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 no. It's a mindset. It's a thought. It's a what did God make you to do? Where did you do you find? Okay, we're on divert just for a moment. I was in ministry for over a decade, and my manager one time, right after he was talking about Eric Liddell, the guy who ran the Olympics, and he's like, this is what God made me to do is to run, right? And
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
boss would always look at me, and his phrase was, "Are you feeling the pleasure of God in what you're doing?" And that was his litmus test of are you loving life or are you just slugging your way through it? And so he was
Right.
always testing to say, are you enjoying what you're doing? And that's really what you're saying. And I really want our audience to understand if you're not feeling the pleasure of joy, if you're not just loving life every day, if you're not enjoying the journey, you might want to pause and stop and talk to some people and say, it's not that you have to go do something else. It's just a recalibration sometimes of what we're doing and why we're doing what we're doing. Okay, I'll shut up. I'll get off
Okay.
my dog and pony
I
show.
love that. I love that. I completely agree.
Okay. It's
Wholeheartedly.
yeah, it's so important, and
Yeah.
it's what drives me every day. And yeah, you and I are very unique in that we get to do stuff we love every day. It
Yeah.
serves our clients with excellence. It provides for us and our teams, and what a joy, right?
Right.
Not everybody's there, and so
Yeah.
we just need to sprinkle some of that fairy dust on everybody and go, no, no, it can be. You can enjoy the journey because that's where it's found every day, every day, every day. So,
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
okay, so Law TV Network specifically for attorneys of any um, practice area in
Yes.
any place in America.
Yes.
You need to be reaching out to Cindy to go, how can I become that? Because, like you said, she doesn't just accept anybody. She's going to
Right.
vet you. She's going to make sure that you've got the goods, that you're the attorney of character and all of that. And because Cindy has I use this in my financial advisory world when I work with them, but attorneys are the same way, a fiduciary responsibility to the public to make
Yeah.
sure the attorneys on Law TV Network are
Yeah.
reputable, are good, are going to do the job and serve you well. So,
Yes.
how would an attorney who's interested in this just begin a conversation or follow you? Where would they go?
Well, the best way to reach me is by email, and that's cindy@lawtvnetwork.com.
Okay,
And that's really the best way to reach out to me. You can go to lawtvnetwork.com, and there's a form that you can
okay,
use to reach me that way as well.
okay,
But email is the best.
awesome. Okay. Well, let me just encourage you. If you're an attorney of any stripe or measure, you need to check this out because I think Cindy, you're onto something. I think there's a credibility play here. There's a reputation play. There's a PR play, and there's a I'm here in a category of one play because you're exclusive, and I love that aspect of what you put together here. So, we're gonna have the lawtvnetwork.com in the show notes and things because I mean, attorneys, if they're listening to this, they're probably driving because they're busy. So go to the
Right.
show notes, find the link, reach out to Cindy, email her, and just have the discussion and find out how she can help you with this, but also maybe with some other video marketing that you need to be doing for your firm. She's been doing this quite a few years. She has a great background, a superb reputation, and you need to reach out and have that conversation. So, Cindy Speaker, thank you for spending some time with me.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You are welcome. It has been a joy. I'm glad we're on the same page and that we're both enjoying the journey.
Yes, we
So,
are.
thanks for listening to Experts Speak. Tune in again next week for another great episode. Take care. God bless.